Good morning. Welcome to Cuddlist Live, where I get to share with you all the amazing things that I'm experiencing, learning, all of it that's happening with Cuddlist on the practitioner level on my side of things. And then of course there's so much happening in the business world with cuddling in our world, and there's so much happening of course with the clients that come and see us. So if you're interested in a Cuddlist session, please go to cuddlist.com and find dozens of people all over the, well, not entirely the whole globe, but we're getting there, but definitely Canada, United States. Find them, they're there, they're waiting for you to book a session and receive the touch that you're looking for, right? I just exhale. Think of all the touch that I've given. So yes, so here, what is the world talking about? What are they thinking about? What are the questions that come up? I've had the honor to be on some radio programs and TV, and I had the chance to talk to people, and so there's kind of the same ideas floating through, and I wanted to kind of flesh them out and explain them to you. I think there's probably four or five that I think are the most common, and just want to, again, let's work through them and I can share them with you. So number one, people are usually unsure about cuddling and this professional cuddling and paying for it, and they're just like, that just seems kind of weird and I don't know about that. So let me explain a little bit about how I usually dispel any of those kind of like iffy feelings when I begin to tell them stories of people who have experienced deep loss, either a partner or a child. Again, those stories, and they're heartbreaking and they don't have anybody, right? So like, there's huge need for people that have experienced loss. How about those people who have loneliness, who in our such a disjointed and disconnected culture that's everything is online, they don't have that human connection, and maybe they even live with people, right? Either partners, family, friends, and because of our insecurities around touch, or it's very vulnerable to experience touch, we could live with people and not experience touch, and not even know how to ask for it. So that's really huge. And then recently I've been talking about how I had a person come and see me, and she brought a brush. I love this. This is such a fantastic story. And for 30 minutes, I just brushed her hair. Now, for some of you who imagine me brushing someone's hair for 30 minutes, you might think that's weird, but then suddenly I have this, like, people's faces just like, oh my goodness, like that's possible that I could just like have my hair brushed? And we realize that this touch stuff is not just, again, not just like full on cuddling and like holding someone. It can be as simple as brushing someone's hair and being present with them and talking. And it humanizes our work. And it's, again, I try to tell clients, it's what you want and you get to ask for it. So if that's what you want, bring a brush, right? And let's make this thing happen. So that's like that, again, that thing of like, I'm not sure about this. What is this? Those stories usually begin to break it down for them. The second thing is, isn't this like an escort service, like in disguise? Like, you know, are y'all doing something else? Can't just be cuddling, right? There's always more, you know, and I will say there are some counterfeit cuddling services out there that do that kind of work. Cuddlist is maintaining to being the highest standard. We are doing our best to strengthen our Cuddlist and make sure that everyone is in agreement what this is about. This is a platonic experience. And so don't trust those other people that say, you know, we provide professional cuddling when it's not, they're not trained and certified. So let me explain a little bit of how this is truly platonic. And well, anyway, because we are trained and certified, but I was thinking that's actually not what I was going to say. I have neighbors who have seen people come into my home studio, and what they actually complained, this is one of the complaints, that someone came in with a pillow. And something if someone's coming with a pillow, something is not right. A pillow was like their thing, and I wonder, pillows are platonic, right? Nothing is wrong with pillows. Pillows are great. Pillows are helpful. If you have a special pillow or a blanket or clothing that you prefer, please come and bring those things. Like, it's completely fine. But we have suspicions around, if someone has a pillow, it means they're lying down. If someone's lying down, then you only do certain things lying down. Well, there's lots of things that can be platonic and innocent and lying down, and definitely that. With another client of mine, we read. He has his Kindle, he brings it, and I actually am able to read to him. How fun. And it's in Spanish, and it's like from a book from the 1920s. So, I mean, it's very difficult Spanish, and he just enjoys hearing somebody read to him. And that's comforting and relaxing. So just imagine the possibilities, right? And again, those are amazing experiences. So we are definitely a platonic experience if you are interested in that. The third thing, I guess, is we're kind of made fun of. Like, yeah, I can just go get hugs, my friends, or like, it's like, nah, it's not a big deal. So here in my town of San Antonio, Texas, which I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Janet Trevino, I live in San Antonio, Texas. And in town here, there's a very prominent local church, large church, has their sermons online. And I was told by a client that I was mentioned. I thought that was interesting. So I went on there and listened. And of course, his pitch was, in church, we don't need a cuddling service. We don't need to go to that because we have each other to receive touch. And I think what it did for me, and when I heard that, I thought, you're really minimizing our work. And it's so much more than just giving a hug. Now, hugs are important. If you're not getting any touch, man, a hug is a big deal. But this is an hour of complete attention, focused attention on you. I just wanted to sit with that for a second. How often have you had the chance? I mean, other than going to a therapist and paying and feeling like something's wrong with you, but how often do you get a chance to sit with a friend and them give you all of that attention? For you to feel that and not have to give anything back and just be, and then also receive touch, right? In the way that feels nurturing to you. That's amazing. Like, we don't have those experiences in our world. So for this pastor to say these things, like, we have church, and probably it's great, and that churches feels really good. Most churches that I know that don't feel really good to be with the people because I feel judged, and I feel uncomfortable. And anyway, that's what my experience is. But I think people don't realize the powerful effects. My client who goes to this church, who told me, you were mentioned, his experience of hearing that really was discouraging. This is a church that preaches to be completely open to the LGBT community, preaches, again, acceptance and welcoming, but in that moment, he didn't feel welcomed. He felt made fun of. He felt ridiculed for needing this service, as if saying, church should be enough, you don't need this. And it was some demoralizing. And he told me this in confidence, and of course I got permission to tell that part of the story, but there's this sense of, like, I don't know if I can tell people in church that I come and see you. Because they'll look at me and go, well, again, what's wrong with you? Or there's something that's not connecting, that isn't church enough, and for some people it's not. And it also minimizes that some people come to me because they have other issues in their life. These are health benefits, health issues that sometimes church doesn't address, right? And specifically in the sexual realm, some of my clients have gone to providers that do more erotic work, and they don't want to continue doing that. That's like, it's not really working for them, and they're not connecting. And so they've come to me and said, this is what I've been needing. Church didn't really doesn't fill that void of people who want to get away from erotic work because for their own conscience. And so anyway, this is his part of his story. I'm still processing what this all means and how this feels for him. Anyway, the work is powerful, and I think it gets minimized and made fun of. So I'm kind of move on because I'm not sure what else to say about that. But anyway, it was touching for me. And the last thing I can think of, the big one, it's seen as something that unworthy, ugly people, something that it's wrong with you. You come and see, and you go to see a Cuddlist because something's wrong, or you're unworthy of a relationship or touch. And so I had the honor to talk to a radio host this past weekend, and the way that he found out about me was through a friend that he's had for decades. And he mentioned on the radio, he said, I couldn't believe that my friend was seeing a Cuddlist because he seems completely all together. He seems very mature. He seems completely capable. He could probably get, any woman he wanted. Like, just shouldn't be a thing. Like, I can't see one of my good friends going to get this service. It doesn't make any sense because he's fine. He's like a perfect human being. And that was a shock to him. There was a twist in his mind, thinking, wow, maybe I could too see a cuddlist, right? Maybe it's not for someone who's broken. This is for anyone and everyone. And so we're needing to change the way that people feel about those who come and see us. This is not about them and us. This is about we. This is about our culture and our world, desperate in need for touch. Most of us, I would say all of us, but there's those who for many reasons do not want or welcome touch. We need it, and it's never about them and us. It's about all of us who really need to feel into, like, this is something that would feel good. So those of you, all of you who come and do see a cuddlist or see someone for touch, they step out in so much courage because of these world perspectives, these world views. It is difficult, and I honor each and every one. I think it's amazing that you reached out to me. This is not easy with what's going on in the world and our beliefs. Some of them haven't been in a relationship and they don't have time to be in a relationship, and this is the way they can get touch. That's quick and easy, and it's deep and fulfilling. Other people are in touchless relationships. What are they going to do? They don't want to cheat. They don't want to go out inside their marriage or their relationship. So this is an easy way, a safe way for them to get touch. Others need that physical, mental health. Yesterday I had a client who was like, well, why would I really come to this? I mean, I feel like my body pulls more into the sexual side, and I don't know how to bring it back, and I don't know what to do because I'm feeling all these feelings. Like, how do I manage this? And this is a big question that comes up in not a lot, but in some of my sessions. And I explained the importance of, wouldn't you want to learn this skill of being with another human being where it's platonic and where it's purely about touch with no intentions of anything else? Wouldn't you want to learn that? And he goes, well, I don't see why. I said, let me explain to you why. And this is a heterosexual male. I said, because more than likely you're going to get into a relationship where your partner is going to be like, I'm tired, baby. I don't really want to do anything. I just want on a veg here, but I want to spend time with you. So can we just lie down on the couch, or can we lay down in bed and just talk and have this moment together? I said, isn't that something that you would want? That she could trust you, that she could feel like you could provide that without it going anywhere. And he's like, well, yeah, I want to be able to do that. I'm like, then this is what this is for. Come and learn how to do this so that you can provide that one day for your partner, who more than likely, I'm trying to think, there are women that, again, don't like touch, but a lot of women complain that their partners do not know how to just cuddle with them without something more expected. And when it is always expected, that trust is broken, and of course then that just feels yucky. Then they can't go to you for touch, any kind of touch. So, and lastly, I guess I want to say one last thing that's important to this topic. Some people come and see me once and don't come back. Now, I could take that personally and think, oh, they didn't like me, or they didn't like the session, and that's not usually true. It's that some people feel empowered now to ask other people for the touch that they need. They say, it's not that big of a deal. I can just ask a friend, or I can ask a family member. I had one client who she scheduled with me, and she was excited about seeing me, and then she told her daughters, hey, I'm gonna go and see this Cuddlist, this cuddling professional. And her daughters were like, Mom, why didn't you just tell us? We can cuddle with you. So sweet. Her daughters were wanting and willing to do this for her, but she never had known to ask for it. Now, of course, later she said, well, I don't know if I always want to cuddle with my daughters, that. But now she had opened this conversation where she can get the touch that she wants. If she needs a quickie little touch, it's there for her by people who know her and love her. And I think that's what's empowering, is that I don't necessarily need you to come and see me, but if this empowers you to ask other people for what you want, then the world is expanding, and we're really changing it. We're changing the way people interact, and that's super exciting. So again, my name is Janet Trevino. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Thank you so much for watching. To all of you, please go to Cuddlist.com and find a Cuddlist near you and try it out. Can't hurt, right?